During the pandemic, many of us picked up a new hobby or two. One of the most popular is quilting. Whether you're into designing traditional quilts or clothing or even cosplay costumes, there's something for everyone at the original Sewing and Quilt Expo that starts tomorrow at the Sharonville Convention Center. And here to tell us more is Tina Ingram. Tina, thanks for talking with us today.
Yes, thanks so much for having us. We have so many great things that are going to be happening at the Expo this year, so it's always fun to share with everybody in the viewing area.
So it seems like sewing and quilting is more popular than ever. Do you think the pandemic played a role in this renewed interest?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that the pandemic really, brought us back to our hobbies again and gave us a lot of time so that we can spend, kind of rediscovering the things that we used to do when life wasn't so busy. So absolutely more and more people have been sewing, quilting, machine embroidery, and surface design and overall crafting. They're just so many people are so much more crafty than they were before because of the pandemic.
So what can people expect to see at the original Sewing and Quilt Expo?
Sure. It is 3 days of classes, workshops, demos, and trunk shows and fashion shows, all dedicated to people who love to sew and to quilt and to machine embroider. And you find a lot of great shopping there, too. So you'll see, of course, sewing machine manufacturers like our friends from Luke's Sewing Center. They're going to be there with Husqvarna Viking and with Janome sewing machines, which the technology is so cool. If you haven't seen the latest, you have to come down and check it out. And we also have shopping from those smaller independent designers and independent vendors who maybe you don't see at your local big box store. So that's a really great place for people to come and shop those really hard to find gadgets and tools and new designs. And then, of course, we have displays. We have a beautiful quilt gallery with some really amazing pieces from both traditional to modern. And it's a really breathtaking little art walk that you can take at the show, too.
Not only will the equipment be on display for people to check out, but also all kinds of fabric, right?
Right. Absolutely. We have all kinds of fabric. So there's going to be fashion fabric and quilt fabric, specialty fabrics. Again, those tools and notions, but trying to bring folks in to get those things that they just can't get in their local big box stores. So definitely come check out the fabric that we have.
And Tina, talk about some of the workshops and classes that will be offered at the Expo. Is there something for every skill level?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a lot of classes that are hands-on where you're actually sitting at a sewing machine and there's a kit and you're building something, or you're learning fashion fitting and other fashion sewing. So we definitely have classes for the beginner through the intermediate and to some really high level classes as well for people who really want to take their skills up to that next level. Again, in fashion sewing, quilting, home dec and accessories, and anything that's sewing or quilting related, they'll definitely find something they'll want to take a class on.
All right, everything kicks off tomorrow. The Expo runs all weekend, right?
That's right. We go Thursday through Saturday. And on Saturday, we also have our cosplay costume fashion show. So I don't know if you're familiar with cosplay, but that's kind of a newish and upcoming thing that a lot of sewers are having fun with, where they're making these amazing costumes that are maybe based on a literary character or on a pop culture kind of character. And so we bring them all to see what they're making and show it off. And it's a really fun contest to come and check out.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, Tina. Where can people go to learn more or to get tickets?
Absolutely. You go to sewingexpo.com.